What up, YouTube? Here with a post-fight video for Gervonta Davis versus Hector Garcia. Now, before I give y'all the summary of what took place in the fight, I'm going to tell y'all the results first. Gervonta Davis won the fight via 8th round TKO stoppage, as Hector Garcia did not make it out of his corner to begin the 9th round. He told his corner that he couldn't see well, hence why his corner had to tell the officials that he couldn't make it out of his corner to begin the 9th round. And Gervonta Davis wins yet another fight, another impressive performance by Gervonta Davis. And up until the stoppage, I had the fight score 77-76 in favor of Gervonta Davis. That goes to show y'all that this was a close back and forth fight between Gervonta Davis and Hector Garcia. And to sum up what took place in the fight, the beginning rounds was Hector Garcia. As we know, Gervonta Davis is a slow starter. He likes to figure out his opponent's rhythm and how they're going to approach the fight. And once he figures out his opponent's game plan, that's when Gervonta Davis will start to go to work. And it wasn't until the 4th round, that's when the fight started getting interesting, as Gervonta Davis started to figure out the rhythm and the game plan of Hector Garcia, and Gervonta Davis started to turn up his offense and started going to work. Gervonta Davis, as athletic and as explosive as he is, started to counter Hector Garcia's lazy jab, because Hector Garcia had the reach advantage. If y'all go look at the stats, Hector Garcia is the taller fighter with the longer reach, and he was utilizing that jab and that 1-2 as his key weapon in this fight. And once Gervonta Davis started to figure out and started to time Hector Garcia's rhythm, and started to see whenever he would throw that lazy jab, he saw an opportunity to counter Hector Garcia with his explosiveness and counter punches, and follow it up with combinations of punches, as he always does. And Gervonta Davis would throw a overhand left over the lazy jab of Hector Garcia, and then started to come on to Hector Garcia with onslaught and flurries of punches and bunches. And that's Gervonta Davis's style. And however, Hector Garcia did do a good job. Like I said, my personal scorecards, it was a close fight. I only had it a point up for Gervonta Davis up until the stoppage. And Gervonta Davis, he had a hard time getting in range to really connect with his shots clearly, as Hector Garcia did do a good job at keeping that distance between him and Gervonta Davis. And in the 8th round, for the first time ever, for as long as I've been watching the sport of boxing, there was a stoppage in the clock because of what was going on in the crowd. I think there was some kind of argument going on in the crowd that caught both Gervonta Davis and Hector Garcia's attention, and then the referees, like, okay, both the fighters are not paying any attention to the fight that they're in. They're seeing what's going on in the crowd. I've never seen that happen in the sport of boxing before, and that was the first time ever. Anyways, that helped Hector Garcia, because if y'all look at the beginning of the 8th round, Gervonta Davis, that's when he started to take advantage of the opening, and Gervonta Davis started to land some really solid shots on Hector Garcia. So that helped Hector Garcia reset. However, that didn't really change things, because Gervonta Davis would go on to attack and be successful with his attacks. And then the 8th round was the last round of the fight, because Hector Garcia did not make it out of his corner to come out for the 9th round. And for the fight, for what it was a good competitive fight. Hector Garcia, we knew that he would be a tough opponent. He is a high quality opponent, and we expected this fight to be a competitive fight. And Gervonta Davis, however, adds another impressive win to his resume. As we know, he is scheduled to fight another undefeated fighter who is one of the one of the most popular fighters that's currently active in the sport of boxing right now, and that is Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia is supposedly scheduled to fight sometime this spring before that mega fight between the two undefeated fighters in Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia happens. And we'll see how Ryan Garcia performs in this next fight, and hopefully we do get that mega fight that's been talked about for such a long time between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. And Gervonta Davis, he showed his abilities in this fight yet again with his athleticism, explosiveness, his hand speed, and his unique footwork, and his combinations of punches and bunches, and his ability to put combinations well together. And Hector Luis Garcia, he also showed his ability to put combinations well together in this fight as well, because whenever he would catch Gervonta Davis trying coming in and close that distance between him and Garcia would do the back step and then catch Gervonta with his combinations whenever he would time Gervonta right. Whenever that 1-2 wasn't effective enough to keep Gervonta off of him, or if he saw that lazy jab of his was getting countered with Gervonta's overhand left, that's when he would utilize the back step and then follow it up with combos and would actually be connecting with his combinations. Anyways, that's what I saw from the fight. That's my post-fight thoughts from the Gervonta Davis, Hector Luis Garcia. Y'all let me know what y'all opinions are from what y'all saw last night with the fight with Gervonta Davis and Hector Luis Garcia. Comment, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. And if y'all got a post-fight video that y'all would like me to check out, I'll be more than glad to. Anyways, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.